Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Dream Daddy. So last time we went on a drunken adventure with Robert. Hopefully we stay sober this time, so I don't have to pull out my drunk voice again. But anyways, I am curious how the second date's gonna go, because I have literally no idea. Robert's weird. I had a lot of fun with Robert the last time we hung out, but I'm beginning to wonder if he's dodging me. I've tried messaging him a few times, and Dadbook says he hasn't even read them. Haven't even seen him come out of his house, actually. I decide to send him one last message, figuring that this will produce the same result as last time. Hey man, don't know where you've been, but we should grab a drink soon. I walk away from my computer because at this point I know he's not messaging me back anytime soon. I linger in the kitchen. I'm all caught up on work, the house is relatively clean. Maybe I should do something nice for Amanda? I'll bake her favorite pie. I root through the pantry and pull out all the ingredients. This is an old family recipe that I used to make with my grandmother when I was a kid. I lost the actual recipe card a long time ago, but I think I'll be able to remember how to bake it. I start mixing the ingredients together for the crust until I get a nice dough. Oh, this is the pie thing. Here we go, we're making a pie. Whoops! Wasn't it supposed to be a cake at first? Secret ingredient, almond extract. There we go. Whoops, oh no. Okay, the rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner, I help Amanda with one of her scholarship applications, and we both start getting ready for bed. I decide to check Dadbook one last time before I climb into bed. Still nothing from Robert. I hope he's okay. I turn out the lights and lie down. Hey, there he is finally. Gassian, hey! Hey, Gassian! Hey, I'm outside! Come outside! What is that? I was just on the verge of falling asleep. I climb out of bed and try to identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates the dark room. I walk over to it, ready to turn it off, when I notice what's happening on screen. Don't make me honk. I will honk! Get out here! I look out my window, and sure enough, there's Robert leaning up against his pickup truck in my driveway. Here we go! I opened my door to try and figure out what's going on. Hey.
Oh.
Hey? Wanna hang? I was kind of sleeping. That's no fun. Come hang out. I would argue that sleeping is very fun, but I don't have anywhere to be in the morning. Might as well live a little. Sure. Cool. You plan on going out like that? I look down and realize that I am, in fact, not wearing pants. I mean, I don't mind. Right, 1 second. I run inside and throw on my going out pants, shoes, and a jacket. I grab my keys and meet Robert back outside. Ready? Ready. Hop in. I jump into the passenger seat of his old red pickup truck. I have to move a few empty cigarette packs and the gas station receipts out of the way before I can sit. Robert silently starts the car and we drive out of the cul-de-sac.
Oh.
You like Tom Waits? Sure. Before I can answer, Robert turns up the radio. Yep, that's Tom Waits, all right. He lights a cigarette and cracks the windows. We drive together in silence. So, where are we going? Robert doesn't respond. Robert? Oh, I heard you. He still doesn't answer my question. I look out the window to notice that Robert's taking us to the highway. I twiddle my thumbs. Yeah, the last time that happened to me, and I ended up going on a surprise date, I very much contemplated just opening the door and throwing myself out of the car. I was like, am I being kidnapped? Oh, just don't take people places and get on the highway and not tell them where you're going. Like, honestly. Well, whatever I've gotten myself into, it looks like I'm in it for the night. I settle into my seat and watch streetlights pass by. I glance over to Robert, who's driving intently. He looks tired, as he always does, and as I feel right now, but there's something a bit more in there that I just can't place. I'm gonna say nothing. There we go. I remember what Robert said about hating small talk and decide to keep my mouth shut. He notices me staring. Stop looking so nervous. I'm not nervous. I'm a little nervous. Just hang on. We're almost there. Almost where? I have no idea where we are. I think we're moving at a slight incline, but I'm not so sure. We eventually come to a stop. Robert gets out of the car and I sit for a second, unsure if he wants me to get out too. What are you waiting for? I hastily exit the car. Robert sits on the bed of his truck and pats the space next to him. I sit down and take in the view. We're on a hill overlooking the city's skyline against the bay. The cool night air rustles some trees near us as lights blink off in the distance. Off to the side, I can see an entrance to the dense forest. Man, it's all so gorgeous. This is where I come to masturbate. What? I'm kidding. What's wrong with you? This is my little spot where I come to think. It's nice.
Oh?
You can see the whole city from up here. Really gives you some perspective. Robert reaches behind him and pulls out something from his jacket, under his jacket. It glints in the moonlight, and I suddenly realize what it is. Oh shit, that's a knife! Oh! Please don't stab me!
Oh?
Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small piece of wood. Please don't stab me with that either! Robert takes the knife to the piece of wood and starts carving at it. Oh! I breathe a very audible sigh of relief as Robert looks at me sideways. Did you think I was gonna stab you just now? What? No! Hate to break it to you, but I did, in fact, bring you out here to harvest your organs. I think I'm gonna play along. Yeah, well, you think you caught me in your trap, but I knew. For years, I've been putting the most vile junk food in my body in preparation for this day. Come at me, friend, and reap what you will. 2 steps ahead of you at all times. That's how I operate. Ha! Nothing gets past you, huh? Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a folding knife that he opens and hands out to me. I'm gonna warn you, last guy I had a knife fight with lost 3 fingers because he didn't know the 8 basic rules of knife fighting. You're familiar, correct? I honestly can't tell when you're kidding. So many levels of irony deep that I've forgotten what humor actually is. He and I laugh. Have you ever whittled before? Considering I'm not a grandpa, no. What do you mean by that? Well, I just thought that you would have a block of wood shipped to you along with your first social security check. Cassian, I'll have you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition, enjoyed by both the young and the old alike. That you're dismissing it before you've even tried it speaks volumes about your character. However, because I've gotten to know you for some time and have come to think of us as friends, I am willing to attribute it to ignorance instead of malice. What I'm trying to say is, go get that stick. Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground, perfect for potential whittling. I pick it up. The most important thing to remember is that while whittling is to cut with the grain, not against it. If you cut against the grain, the wood is going to splinter. Isn't the most important thing safety? No. Getting hurt comes with the territory. Look at my damn hands. I look at his damn hands. They're calloused and covered in little white scars. They're very nice hands. You can't make a stick omelet without breaking a few hand eggs. What? Oh, we have a...
that wood.
Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Am I making a pencil? Yep, that's a pencil, alright. That's a good start. What is it? Good luck writing with that. You made a highly dangerous weapon! Okay. Can I reload that? Because I didn't get hearts. Well, I guess we're rotating this. It's a popsicle stick. Now all you need is to carve up some wooden juice, wooden fruit, and a wooden freezer. You made a popsicle stick. Okay. This is interesting, at least. What's happening? Is it a toothpick? It's a toothpick! You realize that you could have just picked your teeth with the knife. Oh my goodness. This is so silly. What is happening? It's an egg! Now all you need to do is carve up a board and we're set, and also maybe carve a ghost. Okay. This is silly but cute. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh no, there it goes. Come on. What's that? It's you. You really captured my likeness. I'm impressed. Robert, I guess. How much more do we do? Come on, come on. There we go. Interesting. What do we have here? Chopstick ambidextrous. It's a stick. Yeah! Oh, this is a big one. Hello, Biggie. Biggie Smalls. It's up. Come on, come on. Give that form. Yeah, there we go. Is it a house? No, it's not a house. What is that? What? If you keep this up, you'll be a whittling pro in no time. It's swan. Nice work. The meanest bird. Don't you mean the cutest? We keep getting bigger and bigger sticks. How are we getting these? Who is giving these to us? Robert's not letting us in on his supply, I don't think. That's not a house. It is a pony! Sir Horsington the Brave! A brave and noble name for a brave and noble creature. A beautiful gift for Amanda. Aw, that's so sweet. Oh, are we done? I was getting into it. Robert and I sit in silence for a while, carving our pieces of wood. I think I'm getting the hang of this. It's actually kind of relaxing. I glance over to see what Robert's working on. He's carving a smaller wooden knife? Ah. While I'm distracted, the knife slices into my thumb. Blood gushes all over my little wooden carving. Robert is lost in carving and doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. Robert still doesn't notice. Robert, I'm dying. I'm bleeding to death. Robert finally looks over. He reaches into his jacket again. Jeez, how much stuff does this guy keep in there? And pulls out a red bandana. He wraps it around my thumb. Hold tight. He hops off the truck, and I can hear him rummaging around in his car. He comes back a moment later with a well-stocked first aid kit. Robert carefully wipes all the blood off my hand and swipes a bit of antiseptic onto the cut. With surprising gentleness, he places a bit of gauze on the wound and wraps it all up. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. He hands me what's left of the tube of antiseptic. Make sure to keep that cut clean. It's oddly touching and a little sexy? I guess I'm a real whittler now. It's like with sewing. You're never a true seamstress until you've christened your garment with a bit of your own blood. It's the rules. I don't make them up. There you are. Be careful, though. They're attracted to the smell of blood. Wait, what? What's attracted to the smell of blood? Cryptids. Tons of them out here, you know. Cryptids? Like Mothman and stuff? Mothman is bullshit, but yeah, this town's a hotbed for cryptozoological occurrences. You're joking. Oh, how I wish I were. I'm a skeptic myself, or at least I thought I was. There are things in this woods that can't possibly comprehend. I think about my time in this city. Aside from the occasional stray coyote, I didn't think it was too bad. You ever hear of the Dover Ghost? I don't think so. Well, let me tell you a story. I was out in the woods here on a weekend camping trip with Betsy. You don't know Betsy? She's a big pup. Pit bull. Real intimidating. We saw you and Damien on a picnic one time. I feel safe around her. First night goes without incident. I get some solitude. Betsy gets to pee wherever she wants. All good stuff. Second day, I get the idea into my head that I can hike deeper into the woods, probably against my better judgment, but hey, we're just having a fun camping trip, right? So me and Betsy start marching in the morning. It gets a little late and we set up camp, but it's different this night. Real quiet. I can't hear the birds, the crickets, the squirrels, nothing. Dead silent. Then it happens. I hear the most ungodly growl that I've ever heard in my life, right outside my tent. Me and Betsy, we go to investigate. We look around the clearing, and nobody's there. Then there's this feeling. I'm not sure if I can quite describe it. I know something is watching us. Betsy, though, she's scared. Never seen her like that, and when she's scared, I know I should be too. And then I see it in the distance. A man, but if something that didn't know what a man was supposed to look like made it, it just looked wrong. Big, arms too long for its body, black eyes. It just stood there and stared at me. Then it disappears. I heard one yelp from Betsy and I turn around to check on her, but she is gone. Into thin air. I didn't sleep at all in my tent that night, and I don't think I've slept right ever since. Okay. Well. I'm gonna call him out. Okay, you're full of shit. You think I'm lying? Robert pulls out his wallet and shows me a picture of a beautiful pit bull. Tell that to Betsy. They say that if you listen closely on quiet nights just like tonight, you can hear the howl of the Dover ghost. A howl resonates throughout the woods. It doesn't sound like a regular howl. It's so guttural. Even from far away, something about it makes my skin crawl. Okay, Robert, really funny. I turn to look at Robert. He's white as a sheet. You're messing with me, right? I was messing with you. Up until literally just now. I totally made that camping story up. I strain my eyes to scan the forest line, trying to see where the howl originated from. Off in the distance, I see something. It's so far away, I barely can make out a shape. It looks human, but it's dragging something. Do you see that? We should go.
Really?
Robert and I slowly back away and get into the truck. He turns off his headlights, and we make a slow crawl away, back onto the road. I'm too scared to look back. What was that? The Dover ghost, I guess. I chuckle nervously. This time he doesn't seem like he's messing with me. Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage on a wildlife preserve? Yeah, that's the story we'll tell ourselves. We sit in silence for a little longer, the fear of whatever that was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city. Thanks for coming out. This was fun. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. I've just been in a way lately. I had to get out of the house.
I don't know.
Had to be around somebody. You doing okay, man? Robert thinks for a second and lights another cigarette.
Oh.
Been doing a lot of thinking. He takes a long drag. As I get older, I feel more and more that I'm just drowning in the sea of regret. Aren't we all? I was so busy chasing after these things that I thought would make me happy that I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared about was myself. I didn't even think. Robert stops. I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares out at the road. Maybe I'm just built like this. Or maybe I do it to myself. Maybe it's my own choices that I'm as unhappy as I am. I tried to think of something to say. I remember all the times in my life when I've been sad, and there's been a great many of them. Pardon me, there's a burp. But there was always a light at the end of the tunnel. Something I held on to that kept me going. Mostly Amanda. But there's something so resigned about the way Robert's talking. Yeah. I'm gonna go with this one. Glad you told me. It must have taken a lot for you to want to tell somebody this. You're a mysterious guy, Robert. You don't have to be. Do you ever
Huh.
wish you were a better father? I think about it for a second. All the time. You can read all the parenting books you want, but nothing will ever prepare you for raising a child. There's so much stuff I regret or wish that I could have done better, but I don't have the answers. I don't know if anyone does. It's funny. I look at you and your relationship with your daughter and it seems perfect. It isn't. At least you're there for her. I stare out the window of at the blur of passing trees. I just hope I'm a better father to my kid than my dad was to me. What did your dad do? It's more about what he didn't do. He was quiet, stoic. Don't think he ever once told me that he loved me. He cared more about his work than he ever did about me or my mom.
Oh.
Do you hate him? No, I used to, but after I became a parent, I just kind of feel bad for him. He missed out on my whole childhood. When I think about all the happiest moments in my life, they're all with Amanda and Alex, and he just wasn't there. It hurt like hell when I had to leave him to die in that Belarusian prison.
Really?
What? I turn and smile at him. No, he's retired in Florida with my mom. We go there every Christmas. Aw, that's hilarious. We both break out into laughter. He pats me on the shoulder. We drive the rest of the way in silence, listening to the radio and watching the bright lights of the city grow bigger. Robert drops me off at my place. As I'm about to close the passenger door, I realize that I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket. I pull it out and offer it back to him. You hold on to that. Never know when you might need it. Night, Robert. Have a safe drive home. Robert smirks, then pulls away. He then immediately pulls into his driveway, which is one over from mine. He gets out and waves. I tiptoe into the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Whoa, where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda coming out of the kitchen with a glass of water. I thought you were sleeping. Robert woke me up to go cryptid hunting. You know the Mothman is bullshit, right? Amanda Lank. You know what? It's fine. I think about the conversation I had with Robert in the car as Amanda starts walking towards her room. Hey, Amanda? She stops. I love you. It's weird when you say it outright and sincerely like that, but I love you too. Night! I chuckle to myself, then finally decide to go to bed. That's so sweet, they're babies! Ah. Alright, second date done! So many daddy points on that one.
I made you mad.
That's so cheesy. Okay, so next time we're finally getting Robert's good ending, and I think that the next episode will be it for Dream Daddy as a whole. So I'm excited. Alright, see you then guys, so bye bye.